Bakit hindi nyo tignan yung pasahero nyo kung nakasapatos? Pagsapatusin nyo. O magdala ka ng sapatos dyan. Hindi ba ino-orient kayo dyan?
Opo.
O, in-orient kayo dyan, di ba?
Oo.
O, pati nyo sundin. Alam nyo bang nasa ano pa lang tayo? Nasa pilot testing? Eh, paano kung ilumabas yan sa Congress na ayaw nyo naman sumunod? O, paano yan? Mawawalan ka ng trabaho. Tama? O, eh kung i-disapprove yan dahil sa mga ginagawa nyong ganyan, paano ka? Next time, boss, pag magta-taxi ka ng motorsiklo, magsapatos ka. Para sa kaligtasan mo yan. Bigyan mo na nga lang ng sapatos para ano. Bigay mo yung sapatos mo, pagbaba mo ha, para may pagsusunod na may katulad ng pasahero na katulad mo na walang sapatos, mabigyan niya.
That rider was flagged down now. Unfortunately, no crash helmet, Jan Lang. Someone else just arrived now. They're asking for the license, ORCR. I think that guy that was riding earlier doesn't have a license. You may have actually noticed earlier the enforcer tapped the gentleman on the arm because it seemed like he wasn't going to stop. And if he doesn't have a license, allegedly, and if he is driving and has an accident, will he stop for a regular person and take responsibility? I'm not sure. This is actually meant to be a sidewalk, but as you can see, it's been converted to a selling area, or if not a place to sell, it became a parking space. That's probably why someone complained about this area. Maybe they're tired of this. I wonder if the noticed this on the sidewalk. Anyway, the SCOG team are here and they're starting to remove stuff. What amazes me is that some people will really leave their stuff on the sidewalk until the clearing team come over. That's the time they'll say, I'll take it inside, don't confiscate it. It's not only motorcycles and tricycles that are being ticketed, there's also some cars. And in fact, the tow truck's coming in now to pick up those that don't have drivers. When there's a vehicle without a license plate, they either use the chassis number or the engine number. And then once the owner goes to the impound, that's the time he can show the paperwork and they can work out the details of the vehicle. Look over here. People really treat the sidewalk as an extension of their storage area or their home. Oh, it's the same thing with this. NMAX, also no plate. Just look at this. You wouldn't even know that there's a sidewalk underneath all of this stuff. Wow. Mostly it's tricycles and motorcycles, but there are some four wheels. Obviously this is fully obstructing the sidewalk, partially obstructing the road. I don't know if all of these motorcycles might end up on the tow truck also. Haven't seen many drivers come out, and there goes one of them now, up on the tow truck. Slowly but surely, the sidewalk will be returned to pedestrians. Amazingly, until now, no one removed this ref from the sidewalk either. This sidewalk clearing team is generally very lenient, but if you leave it on the sidewalk, even if they say to remove your stuff from the sidewalk, they have no choice but to throw it on the truck. Looks like it's missing most of the components, so it's more like an ice box than a refrigerator at this point. You see in the background there, they're removing those plants. It made like an artificial wall. Someone has put these barriers here. I think that's still on the sidewalk myself. And look at how big this dog is, and then they've got him stuck in this tiny little cage. Why do you get a dog if you want to keep him in a cage all day? Tiny little cage like that where he can't move. I saw the team knocking on here a moment ago. Actually, they've been knocking a while, trying to get the attention of the owner. No one's coming out, so again, they have no choice but to take that off the sidewalk and load it on the truck. Sometimes people comment, why don't you take the garbage off the street also? Because they're not garbage men, they're not garbage collectors. The reason why they take tables, stools and other items off the sidewalk is because they're being used specifically to do a business on the sidewalk, obstructing it day in, day out. Garbage is for the garbage collectors. Anyway, I can't remember if I already mentioned, but the reason why they're inside here today is there is a complaint. They're acting on a complaint. And actually I spoke to a guy earlier. He said that his family already got into a fight along this street. So I won't be surprised if some residents are complaining about all these issues. There's been quite a few people that ran out today to take a picture with Bong and his team. Again, as you get further along the street, more stuff on the sidewalk, treated like an extension of the home. And they'll probably wait until the team get here and then say, I'll take it inside. Yeah, why don't you take it inside anyway? You know it's not allowed to be there. I must admit, they have a really nice cat though. Beep, beep. And look at that hump there. I don't know if the camera really shows how clearly, but look at that. If you hit that, oh my goodness. And actually there's another 4 wheels going up here. Oh, I didn't realize this one that they're about to tow is actually a red plate. I didn't recognize it because there's no markings on it. Anyway, it's considered by the team to be illegally parked. That's why the tow truck's hooking up there. And in fact, look at this sign right next to that car. No parking tollway zone. I actually saw a guy a few moments ago. He was arguing with enforcers because he was stopped for riding without a helmet. It was on his elbow and he was insisting, I have a helmet. Yeah, it's on your elbow. It's meant to be on your head. And he was really arguing. You may have noticed there's a few more vehicles going up on the tow trucks or getting prepared to go up on the tow trucks. And you'll see the SCOG team are trying to make some space on the sidewalk. But look at this takeout here, this food joint. And I just remembered something that made me laugh earlier. Someone came out of their home and said, it hasn't been 5 minutes. They just woke up, came out of their home and said it hasn't been 5 minutes. The team had already been there for 20 plus minutes. It just kind of made me laugh because it's not 5 minutes from when you arrive or when you know the MMDA are there. It's 5 minutes from when they get there. And that's only an unofficial courtesy anyway. That's not actually in the towing guidelines. And this is something that would bug me if I owned a 7-Eleven. Someone's sitting right outside the store selling candy, snack food, cigarettes. Because imagine how expensive it is to get a franchise, to pay rent on the building, all your overheads. And then people just put a store right outside your shop door and sell the same stuff, right? And you might say, well, 7-Eleven is a big franchise. Yeah, but they still have to pay their employees, right? They employ a lot of people. Every sale they lose is less money to pay their employees to cover all their costs. That rider just saw the enforcers now, so he'll put on his helmet. He should put on his helmet because he wants to protect his head, not because he's worried about getting apprehended, right? The team just flagged down this motorcycle. You can see both the driver and passenger don't have a helmet. Of course, there's no shoes either. The lady showed some kind of ID to the enforcer, and then she pointed. I don't know if she's a member of the DILAG gang. And a little further along the road, it looks like they're loading tricycles onto the tow trucks.
Pinagsasabihan, akala nyo biro-biro lang ho yan. Kasi itong malibag, gagawin pong ano yan, mabuhay din. Kaya kailangan wala po nakaparada po dyan. Araw-araw na lang sinasabi namin sa inyo. O yan, ngayon, nasilip na po yan. Nakalating na po sa DILAG po yan. Ayun is makinig, ngayon, kinarga ngayon yan. Pagkatapos, tatakbo kayo dito sa barangay. Na yung pirahan na yan, kita ninyo. Pinag-iusap na nga rin natin, mailagay yan, waiting shed yan. Ginagawa yung inuman.